and feel connected to that power within you, but also to the power that is all of us together. So, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. When I was just sort of tapping into the audience this morning before we got started, I noticed this sense of approval or wanting of this approval. Then that was just sort of with a lot of you this morning. And if you connect with that at all, just sort of seeking approval or wanting approval or something along those lines, I want you to just put a hand on your heart this morning. And there is a frequency of value that is available to you. And I get it. This desire for approval, I have been there. And instead, I want this frequency of value to come into your hearts. And just let approval come from the inside. Let it be an inside job this morning, that you are valuable. And the approval that you need is from within you. So for some reason, I just wanted to start there today, and I hope it's helpful to you. Greetings, all of you. I hope you will use the chat this morning. I hope you will let me know just what's going on with you. And what we are going to talk about today is some patterns and old patterns that might be popping up. Yesterday was Lionsgate. So it was August 8th. And the way I remember that is 8/8 Lionsgate. And if you're like, Lions, huh? That's okay. You could Google it later. Basically, what you need to know about it is I always see it like a portal, an opening, a threshold. And that on one side of that threshold, there's you and maybe some old patterns and things that need to be interrupted. And on the other side, it's the version of you that you are moving toward. And what I love about these kinds of celestial events that happen is that they often bring to the forefront things that you cannot ignore. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. Looks like we have people from all over the world, South Africa and Canada and Vermont. I'm in Colorado, the United States. So this is what I love about the YouTube world, is that we can all come together in this space. So Lionsgate is this triple date adds up to 8/2, right? It's amazing. And we've got more from Mexico and Canada. Thank you so much for chiming in. It's great to even just feel that connection building among all of us. And so today, what I want you to pay attention to is, what are the things over the last 2 weeks or so that keep popping up? Maybe they're old triggers. Maybe they are, old stories. Maybe you're thinking, God, I thought I healed this. Why is this coming back around? How is this here again for me? And we're going to take a look at those when we meditate today, whatever that piece is for you, because this is what Lionsgate tends to do, is tends to stir it up a little bit and bring those things to the forefront that you most want to take a look at. And just sort of what's really ready to be interrupted. And the power of this is then the walk through that threshold to say, I commit to being this person who interrupts that pattern, who changes, who operates from the current version of you and not the version of you who created that pattern or that habit. So it looks like lots of people are coming in. Family issues came up. Yep, family is always a good one for Lionsgate. Looks like we've got more from California. Everybody's saying hello. I am going to put a link in the chat for the Heart Coherence Collaborative community. So this is a way to have a 7-day free trial just for you to check out what this community is really about. And what I would say about it is, what I love about it is that it's relatively small. There's about 300 people. And so many people are so engaged, so active, so supportive, that it really does feel like a lovely place to try out new ideas, to try out this new version of you who lives from the heart, who opens their heart, who feels safe from within. So, if you are interested in finding more people who are looking to live this life from the heart, then I really encourage you to check out the Heart Coherence Collaborative community. So, it's 7 days. You can try it for free. Check out that link. And I'm just so honored and grateful that you are all here. So, I wanted to tell you a story. This is the pattern for me that has been popping up through this Lionsgate time period. And even though it officially was yesterday, it continues for a few more weeks. And there will also be an eclipse this week, which will probably bring up similar ideas for you. So a couple of days ago, I went on a hike. I was going to climb my first 14er. And I'm in Colorado, as I said, so we climb mountains here. It's actually what people do. And a 14er means you're climbing up to 14,000 feet. So this particular hike was just over 7 miles, and somewhere about 3.5 miles in, I squatted down and I heard something in my knee pop. And I was like, uh-oh. And up until that point, I had been worried whether I was going to summit. I'm aging. I'm not exercising as much as I could, but I really wanted to give it a try. And for me, saying yes to things in this life is not the issue, right? But along the journey for that first 3 miles or so, I was just worried whether I was going to make it. I wasn't really enjoying the journey of it. And so I missed some of the wildflowers. I missed the wide open blue sky. And I didn't realize this until after I heard that pop in my knee. And we summited and we celebrated, and my leg hurt. And I got to notice every step of that 3.5 miles back down the mountain. And I realized in that moment, there were parts of that hike that I thought I was on a completely different hike coming back down. It was an out and back trail, which means you go out one way, you come back the exact same way. And when I was walking down, I realized there were so many parts of the trail that I had missed. And this is one of the things that I do. I rush through the journey and I miss it because I want to get to the other thing, right? So many times I don't want to be exactly where I am. I just want it to be over. And instead, I got to be a part of that journey. Now, of course, this was a hard way to remember this lesson, right? And I would not wish injury on anyone, and my knee is going to be fine. But it hurt, right? And so sometimes these things, they hurt, but they're a way for you to go, oh, hold on a second. I wasn't listening to my body. And that's not who I am anymore, is someone who doesn't listen to her body. The version of me who's alive right now wants to pay attention to what's happening in her body. And she wants to be alive and present on this journey. So in the chat, they're saying, I'm here. I'm so glad you're here, present in this journey in our class together this morning. So I just wanted to give you that example, right, of how we can take what is given to us, how we can say, oh my gosh, where am I living out of alignment? Where am I living out of habits or patterns that are just old? And how can I recommit in a lot of cases to changing that, to say, how am I paying attention to my body? Now, of course, I've had to pay really close attention to my leg. And that is okay. And I'm lucky because it is going to heal and it's going to be just fine. So let me know if you have any questions about that kind of idea. Right? I don't think you need to be grateful for the hurt right? But present in the journey, present in your body. That's what we talk a lot about in the Art Coherence Collaborative, that community, is how to embody this work, how to make it active in our lives, not just something we think about, but how we change our habits, how we change and interrupt these patterns. So, if there's no questions, yeah, we're just talking about living in the now in the chat. I love that. Let's move into the meditation. Yeah, so the chat says the body has its way of communicating, and when we're not listening, the body will get louder. That is truth in my life. And I am committing to listening before there's a problem. Imagine would your life changed in any way if you were listening before there was a problem? For sure, in mine. Okay, so let's get to our meditation. I want to encourage you to put down the chat, to be just fully present with your experience. And I invite you to close your eyes, because when you do that, it brings your attention naturally inward. And the first thing we'll do is just focus the mind. And of course, we are going to focus the mind on the body today. So you might do a body scan. You might notice what the top of your head feels like, or your jaw, or the back of your skull where it meets your neck. What do these spaces in your body feel like? Maybe notice the sides of your neck as they slip into your shoulders. See if you can notice where your clothing touches your skin. You're just bringing all of your attention to where your clothing is touching your skin. Feel the support of your body with whatever you're sitting or laying down on. Is there a part of your body that's calling for your attention? See if you can bring your attention to it. It might be scary if it hurts, but see if you can bring your attention to it anyway. Just acknowledge that part of your body. Saying, hello, I'm here. What do you need? Maybe bring your attention into your fingers and your toes. Give them a little wiggle, a little bit of aliveness feeling. Can you feel that little tingle of you in your fingers or your toes? Maybe let that tingle spread through your body. And then I want you to bring your attention to your belly. Just noticing what's there for you. Reminding yourself that you are safe in this moment. I am safe. Now I want you to bring your attention to your heart. You could ride your breath to your heart. And your inhale, bringing your breath to your heart space. This place that is so truly you. And just noticing what's here for you in the heart this morning. Is there a sensation, a feeling, an emotion? What can you name about the experience of your heart? Beautiful. Maybe bringing a sense of acceptance for whatever is there, right? This is your journey. Whatever it is, it's here for you, even if it hurts. Now, as we talked about, this time in our lives can bring up things that are sticking points for us or points of friction. And something that you've been noticing over the last couple of weeks that just keeps coming back. In this time, what is that? Is it something that you're still fighting on your journey? Right? For me, it would have been missing the journey because I was worried. And see if you can name something like that that has been popping up for you for the last couple of weeks. And I just want you to notice if there's something that you could change about that. Is there a belief that's underneath it? Is there something that you believe to be true that maybe an old version of you believed, but maybe it's not true for you now? Have you built any habits? Could you commit to interrupting any habits that are a result of this belief? And I want you to just consider what could be the next thing you can do. Not the final thing, not when it's all said and done, but what's just the very next thing you can do to interrupt this pattern or change this belief. And I want you to say inside your head, I commit to fill in the blank. Whatever your next step is, I commit to what? Is it taking care of your body, listening before it hurts? Taking extra care when it does hurt? What can you commit to interrupting? so that you get to step into the version of you that's ready to be here now. Like you've given yourself a new operating system. And if you've moved from the heart space to more of a thinking space, maybe put your hand on your heart and bring your attention back there. Come into this place in the heart. And just feel the truth of this statement, this commitment that you've made in your heart. What does it feel like in your heart? With the truth of this statement for you. Oh, that's really beautiful to see you committing to you from the inside. You can do it. I believe in you. And I want you to imagine that this frequency of believing in you and your capabilities and your power is available to you. It comes right into the heart and it flows up to the top of your head, reminding you of you. And it flows down into your fingertips, getting ready to be made into the physical world. And it comes down through your torso to your hips and into your legs, that you might walk with ease into this new way of being. Feel that power within you. If you'd like to take a moment to celebrate that power and imagine connecting with everybody who's a part of this video today. There's usually about 1,000 people. Imagine linking arms with them, being in heart coherence with this incredible community of people, feeling their essence, their power, their value right alongside you. Give your heart one more breath. Maybe let yourself decide to come back to the heart space at some point today. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and stretch your body. Bravo, Team Heart Coherence. I'm so proud of you. That was pretty impressive. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. What's one word about how you're feeling as you wake up and kind of come back into that body? Give it a little stretch. I'm so grateful for you all to show up and be in a part of these. It really does make a difference that your energy is here. So very happy that you could join us today, that you chose to be a part of this. So I am going to put another link in the chat, and this is to a course for that I am launching in September. September 13th. It's called Mastering the Brain Game. And it is about how we interrupt these patterns, how we change our focus. It's a beautiful mix of really practical tools and high-level spiritual aspects. And so I put that link in the chat. I'm having an info session this week, so I hope you'll check it out if that sounds interesting. If this idea of changing your operating system and interrupting your patterns is interesting to you, please do check it out. So I hope you will come back on Sunday. I will be here again at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock my time in Colorado. And Waking Essence, it looks like you had a lot of to say in the chat that I can't really address in the moment. But if you want to reach out individually, I'd be happy to have that. I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. I will do the course again in the spring after this fall's cohort launches, and I'll do another one next year for sure. Thanks for asking. So, yeah, I hope you all found something that you can commit to, and I believe you can do it. So with that, I think we are finished for today. So grateful for you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.